today, and I don't know if you're involved or not. Your name doesn't show up.
Yes, I am.
Nancy Saltzman?
Yeah, what about it?
You got to tell me about this. This is interesting. Continental Airlines seized her computer and wouldn't give it back to her?
Well, I'm not familiar with that part.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's what it's about.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part. I'm familiar with all the other stories.
Oh, no. This is all about that. She's suing them for like...
blogger up in Saratoga.
Oh, I know about that. But
apparently has no other life, but that's... I understand it very well. When a person puts out a hate blog and allows someone to come on that blog, assuming that he or she isn't the one doing it themselves, if I put a blog up and then people can pour things in anti-Semitic, racist, or whatever.
That's wrong.
I own it.
Right.
And if I put hate-filled things out to people, if I threaten people, if I'm telling people I'm going to, and a blog calls in and says, guess what? I heard Coffey on the show this morning and somebody ought to blow his brains out and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
If you put that on your blog, you own it. And the district attorneys in this state
should go after them.
Are going to have to stop this First Amendment business and say, wait a minute.
I agree with
that. Garbage, that's hate.
There's a lot.
It's like most things. Unfortunately, something bad has to happen
before something gets done. Before there's reform.
That's my sense. Whether it's in New York or California, or
if you have a neighbor,
Barack, he's coming out.
If you have a neighbor jacket and beads, Steve is your man. 476-1300. We'll come back, talk to Tom and Steve from O'Connell and Aronowitz next on Talk 1300.
Talk 1300 News, a service of CDTA, celebrating 40 years of connecting the...
We're back. Steve and Tom are here, and your phone calls are next. If you'd like to speak to Tom DeNovo or
whoever they are.
I'm looking down.
Well, what's his name?
No. Tom DeNovo and Steve Coffey from O'Connell and Aronowitz. You can reach us right now, 476-1300. We start with Johnny in Saratoga for Tom and Steve. John, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Paul?
Good.
I guess you could say I'm one of those hate bloggers. I'm from John from Saratoga in Decline. And I really don't know what he's talking about. I've never read anything about anybody blowing anybody's head off anywhere.
Why? Who's mentioning you? I didn't mention you.
You mentioned bloggers.
Yeah, I didn't mention you. Why are you so self-conscious about this? I didn't mention you.
I'm not self-conscious about it. Why are you so afraid of free speech? Is it because we can do things and it doesn't cost any money?
Apparently, you must think...
it costs $2.50 an hour?
Apparently, you must think that this applies to you, and I didn't even mention you by name, nor I didn't infer it was you.
Well,
you must have a real problem with this.
I've had people try to break into my house. I've had people try to drive me off the road.
What do you do for work?
Well, I'm disabled.
Yeah.
What do you do besides represent NXIVM? You represent other cults, too?
You know, it's amazing. I didn't even mention him. He calls up.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's self-conscious about his blog. And so now he's telling the whole world, listen, I feel bad about this.
Hey, John, do you have a blog of your own?
Yeah, I'm not an anonymous blogger.
Okay.
I have a blog called Saratoga in Decline. I post it through Google.
Okay, but
I let people who have left NXIVM write about their experience in NXIVM.
I can't understand what your problem is since I haven't mentioned you.
Right, well, John, from my standpoint, I want to point out that I agree with what Steve says, because I've been through this with these blogs where they just irresponsibly go after individuals. It's happened to me and people that worked with and for me, where they simply go after you irresponsibly with no facts, no basis, and you don't know who these people are, you can't respond. So that's always been a bit of a problem for me. I think Steve's right about that.
Well, everybody knows who I am. Steve Coffey has sent people to my house from his law firm, and I filed a complaint against him about that. And I'm not anonymous. And you're lumping all blogs in together.
Tell me something.
Radio and
tell me
something.
Free
radio.
Tell me something. Since you obviously feel that you should be free and open, all those bloggers that you put on there, how would you like to disclose their identities? Do you think you'd like to do that?
Disclose whose identity?
The identities of the bloggers on your website. Would you like to disclose?
I have no idea who they are. How can I know who they are?
Of course, John. Of course. Yeah, of course you don't know. Actually, John, all I have to do is let you talk, and it just becomes fairly self-evident.
Let me talk. I give you credit for letting me on the radio show.
Oh, you're welcome to come on. I'm glad you called. Thank you so much.